Hey everyone, I'm back for another discussion about a BTS member's weverse live. Because, as we all know, the moment they're open, vulnerable, the twisting and turning of words is inevitable. And this time, it's Jungkook. Yes, again. Clips are going to circulate, translations are going to get messy, headlines are going to get dramatic. Or what I should say is, clips are already circulating, translations are already messy as we speak, and headlines are probably already getting typed right now. Because a very human, honest moment is going to be framed as something controversial. So before that narrative takes over or continues to, see, this is the thing. While I'm recording this, maybe things are already messy or getting messier. I think the ball has already started rolling and I'm just trying to help the best way I can. I just want to talk about what actually happened because I watched the live stream. I did my research, I checked multiple translations, credible translations, and paid attention to the context. And I want to say this to clear it up. This is not a scandal. This is not controversy. This was not in any way a bad weverse live. It just felt like a moment of Jungkook being himself. One of the major points that made this live stream so special and different was the setting. He wasn't alone. He turned on the live stream just randomly while he was at his house with a friend and his brother. So much so that they were even asking him, like, why are you turning on the live stream? Why are you going live? To which he responded, I just want to. And they were laughing and joking and just being cool. His brother and friend were off camera, so it's not like we could see them, but we could hear them. They were talking, joking, reflecting, and yes, cursing.
Fuck.
Wow, shocking. And at moments it did feel like we were jumping into a conversation that maybe was like private, but I think that's a major thing to point out. He felt so comfortable going on live, and he even stated, I want to talk to people who I love, who are like loved ones to me. His friend, his brother, Army. He felt so safe in this space to talk freely. That should also be pointed out. He wants to include us because he felt safe. And that changes everything because it didn't feel like idol Jungkook. It was Jungkook as a person, a human. As crazy or simple as that may sound, he was talking to an audience that he didn't feel like he needs to impress. He could just be him. And when he was speaking, you could tell he's not trying to be poetic. He was just thinking out loud for a lot of this. It hits differently coming from somebody who has been in the public eye since he was a kid, essentially. Because what he's really saying is he wants a space to be human. And I know people are going to blow it up, blow it out of proportion. He mentioned smoking.
아니 이거 왜 얘기 못해? 나 지금 서른인데 맞잖아.
And also he cursed very openly, which he basically acknowledged that he does like any normal adult would without any cameras around, or even if there were. Which I do want to say something very specific to that. Here in the States, artists, personalities, famous people do far wilder things than cursing and smoking without it being labeled as scandalous or controversial or problematic. They smoke on stage, they overshare constantly. Some of them build entire brands over being chaotic, and it seems like nothing happens. But in K-pop, especially as someone as visibly and global as Jungkook, normal adult behavior become headlines. He even stated, like, I don't know why this is such a big deal. Why? I'm nearing 30 years old. I'm an adult man. Why is it such a thing?
이제 이거 얘기하는 순간 회사에서는 또 난리 난다 이거. 왜냐면 담배 관련돼서 뭔가 그 얘기하는 게 막 있거든. 있는데 몰라. 모르겠어.
이미 얘기한 거 아니에요?
이미 나갔지. 지금 나가고 있지. 라이브 하고 있는데.
And honestly, in my opinion, he's right. You don't just suddenly stop being a human just because you're an idol or famous or a personality or whatever. Which, by the way, the reason why he brought up the smoking, he wanted us to know that he quit as part of his job. It's hard to do that, and obviously he's a singer, he's a performer. That could have consequences, and he said it was hard, but he did. He was able to quit. And listen, I've never smoked, but I've known people in my life who did. And I know it's hard to quit, to stop. So that's something to congratulate. That's something to celebrate, because obviously it was a goal for him and he was able to achieve it. But once again, people are going to hold on to that and make it into something that it's not. And I know this is one of the major ones that are going to get twisted. There's a part in the live stream, I believe it was soon after the smoking conversation came up. He talked about wanting to be super honest, how he wanted to say a lot. He wanted to say everything he felt. But because of the company, he can't. And what people are gonna forget about or intentionally leave out is what he said immediately after. He acknowledged that him saying that is gonna make the company look bad. And then he states, the company actually treats us really well. The company is not at fault. They are not bad. They are good. But because they know how the media, K-media, the internet will run wild and twist his words, or their words, twist their actions. They're just gonna run with one thing and paint a bad picture. So the reason why he can't fully reveal everything or say anything and everything he wants is because they're trying to protect him from the hate, from the articles, from everything that's going to come out whenever they say or do anything. Which, by the way, when he talked about the smoking, he said, I know the members and the company are going to come at me tomorrow after this live because I revealed so much. I spoke so freely. But he's like, whatever. I just want to do it.
담배를 폈었고, 몰라, 또 내일 되면은 또 멤버들이 막 또 얘기하고 막 회사에서 막 이야 얘기하고 정국 씨 이러면서 막 얘기하겠지. 근데 모르겠어.
And once again, because they want to protect him from all the negative stuff that will come after, unfortunately. But no, people are gonna run with the other narrative. They're gonna twist it and say that that's something else. I've already started seeing it.
Fuck.
And the fact that he immediately acknowledged it himself, it just goes to show that he knows how quickly things spiral out of control. Nothing he said was shocking. Nothing he said was controversial. He wasn't polished. He wasn't performing. He wasn't scripted. He wasn't trying to be perfect. He was a little messy in the way some conversations are messy. Talking, clarifying, laughing, getting serious, cursing, the whole spectrum. To me, it felt like we were seeing a version of him that his friends and family see. Not a version that is carefully prepared for public consumption. So if you see posts about this live stream, in the following days, actually in the following hours, I ask of you to do the following. Look at full, trusting, true translations. Look at the context. Watch the entire live stream if you can. Look at what came before and after the clip that you stumbled upon, because tone can completely change everything. A sentence that sounds harsh on its own can be thoughtful when you add everything else. And we've seen this happen to BTS over and over and over again. To me, this live stream wasn't controversial in the least bit. It was actually kind of touching. It felt like someone trying to bridge the gap between the person he is and the person people expect him to be. I respect so much that he trusts us to show this side of himself, especially with friends and family there, which made it that much more of a real moment. So before the internet turns this into something dramatic, maybe it already has been, just remember, not everything is a scandal. Not every honest moment by the guys is a crisis or a breakdown or a meltdown. A live stream can just be a person talking freely with his audience. And if anything, I just hope he doesn't regret being that open during this live.
Fuck.
Because moments like this remind people why they connected to him in the first place. Not just as an artist, but as a person. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you guys don't know, I did react to something to also celebrate is Jungkook and Calvin Klein's new 2026 campaign. Y'all want to watch that? Go check it out. But yes, thank you so much guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.